Hello, everyone. I'm popping in for a little live stream here, going to be talking to Taurus this morning. It's not morning anymore, it's afternoon, and just feeling the itch to do a reading. So what we're doing this morning is a real quick little reading on what's up when it comes to manifesting. What are you waiting for? What do you want to see manifest in the next, well, before the end of the month, right? You're waiting on something. So we're going to use our book of answers. That's going to be at the very end of the reading. I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. And so I will be opening to a random page to help you with a yes, no. Okay. And so I'll put that aside. We'll do that at the very end. And so asking the universe to give us a message today for Taurus. What is a shortcut, or what is something that needs to happen in order to bump your manifestations into gear? Okay. So I love Abraham Hicks, as you know, and they so often talk about how there's components, there's magnetic components to everything that you're trying to manifest. So if it's money or love, there are human beings walking around that are carrying parts of your ultimate solution. And so being in the, knowing how to show up in the right place at the right time is something that we are absolutely wanting to do. So let me give you a little bit of a demonstration here before I get started. I have a couple of magnets here. And this is the way it's supposed to work. That when you're out in the world and you're looking for whatever kind of connection it is that you're looking for, you're looking to attract something into your life. You want to be able to go out and about your life. And then when something happens where you have a connection, you're like, yes, this is for me right now. Is it going to last 25 years? Who knows? But for right now, it is extraordinarily magnetic. You can't resist it. However, if you have a change in position, so I'm just going to flip this over. So I've just changed the position. I've changed the perspective, the point of view. And so now as I walk around town in this particular perspective, the strangest phenomena happens. The object of my affection actually runs away from me. How is that possible? How does a magnet work so well in one position, and then a little bit of a change of perspective, flipping your world upside down, so to speak, you can reconnect your magnetism. So that's what we're talking about when it comes to using the tarot for finding a love attraction or friends or whatever it is that you're looking for. Okay, so welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. I always forget to introduce myself. I'm Catherine, and I am Fish Out of Water Tarot, where people that are a little bit socially awkward, a little bit shy or introverted are flocking, swimming my way to get some guidance on how it is we can manifest what it is that is our ultimate destiny, right? So let's take a peek here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. So what you're not seeing is that there's something keeping you up at night that is connected to your goal. Something that you want to have happen in the near future has been out of view and you can't see it. Much like our magnets here when we started, that the magnets are set in opposition. And no matter how hard you try to get what it is you're after, it always stays away from you. So because of this, there's a great deal of pain involved in your mind. And I think you might feel like you're a failure somehow. So let's take a look at the cards and see how we can turn this around and use this very energy. So we have Justice, Seven of Swords, and the Lovers. So it does show me that in the midst of what it is that you've been trying to manifest, there has been some cheating, some insincerity, some lying, and that your feelings about love and what's possible for you have been very broken. And so This reading could swing in two ways with manifesting. One is towards business and professional relationships, but also towards matters of the heart. And it does look like there's some justice that you really want to have happen. That there, in a way, because of the unfairness and the betrayal, there's a part of you that feels so stubborn, you're going to hang on. Justice is important. It's critical that the person has a consequence for what they've done because it broke your heart. However, in manifesting, this can really get in the way for moving forward. If you are stuck in the pain of what was done to you, what part of you could be benefiting from that? What part of your life could benefit from you holding on to the grievance, holding on to the situation that broke your heart? Take that in. A lot of times the benefit is that it keeps you from another relationship, or it keeps you from entering into another commitment, because the fear of getting hurt is almost worse than getting hurt the first time. All right. So if you find yourself in this situation where you feel betrayed and hurt, you feel like you need to have justice before you can go forward, I believe the universe wants to help you, because this is such a low energy, low vibrational place to be. It's a state of mind that's very self-defeating, and it's not very attractive. If people sense this in you, if they sense that you have very tender feelings and that you could get hurt easily, they may shy away from you because it feels like there's too much responsibility on the situation. So how can we spin this? Let me just grab my other deck of cards here. I'm just going to draw a couple of cards for clarity, and then we will have our manifesting advice, because this is tough. I mean, this reading is not for everyone. Trust me. There's people that skip and jump around YouTube, and they're looking for the happily ever after and the golden rainbows, and I don't blame you. But when you're a manifester, you do know that some of the time you get stalled. And like, remember my magnets, if you're in the wrong perspective, you will chase away the thing you're wanting. See how that works? But if I simply change my view, changed my mind, then when I'm out walking around in the world, my natural magnetism will facilitate what it is that I'm wanting. Okay, so today we have an oppositional energy in these cards. There's nothing wrong with that. That's real life. Okay, so let's. If you feel like this reading is for you, drop a comment. This is a tender reading because there's so much desire for connection underneath it all, and the desire to get unstuck is here. So let's take a look and see what is it that we need to know about this justice. Okay, so it looks like you might have had a how can I say, a player. So this reading may be all about a player, and you got played. You saw it coming, but you closed your eyes and you got into it anyway because it was fun and exciting. And now you want to have justice. It's like it wasn't fair. The guy was the woman, the person was a player. I got played, but you knew. All right. So the justice is, you've got to draw a line between justice and revenge. You don't need to have revenge. You just want to understand that karma is karma. And if somebody played you, you better believe they will get played. You can release this for sure. You got to let this go. Trying to have justice in a player situation can run you in circles, okay? Let's just look at this betrayal and see, there you go. I mean, you were hoping that you could have had something sustainable here, and it didn't work out. And look at the difference, the gold and the wish fulfilled here, and the opposite of that. So what the universe is showing you is that as you step beyond and get out of this energy. And we'll have a technique here coming up in just a second. And I want to be able to open my book of answers for you also. That your desire to have a truly sustainable connection is alive and well. All right, let's just pull a card here. And we have the Page of Wands. Yes. So here with the Page of Wands, we have the energy of a student, a learner, wanting to look, turns his back to the past, right? Turn your back to the past. Releasing yourself from, I should have known better. I wish I would have known better. Well, you didn't. And now it's time to move on. At the bottom of this deck, we have the Devil. Okay, so for sure, oops, I got to cover that up on YouTube. But just trust me, I said devil. But the devil is been tempting you into a path of self-blaming. You fell for it. You got played. It's all right. We're going to let that go. I'm going to show you how here in just a second. So what we know for sure, just in review, this reading is not for everyone. This is for somebody who's just getting out of a situation where somebody betrayed you. It could be a friend, doesn't have to be a lover, but it hurt deeply. It deeply disappointed you. The universe is saying the only way out is through, and you do need to release these people in your past. So I'm going to borrow from coach online, Nikki. I've got to find out her last name so I can give proper credit to her. But she talks about writing FU letters to the people that have hurt your feelings. As a matter of fact, you can put into the YouTube search window FU letter and she will pop up. But the reality is you can safely express your anger towards anybody who's betrayed you. You don't want to send that letter to them. You want to be able to express it. And so as you pick the person who has betrayed you and write a letter expressing exactly how you feel about it, how unfair it was, how dare they, and just let it out. And you may feel like crying. You may feel tightness in your chest and in your throat while you're doing this, but it's an excellent exercise. And when you're done, crunch it up, burn it, shred it, throw it out. If you still feel angst towards the person, do it again. This alone, this is a manifesting tool. It's not my own. A lot of people use this kind of thing. It's similar to scripting when you're writing out what it is you want to manifest. But the reality of this exercise, as you set the intention to take your anger and confusion about the betrayal and pour it out onto the paper, you are cleansing yourself. And then as you throw it away and make the symbol of detaching from it, you're going to be well on your way to walking free of it. Okay. Now, I do have my book of answers here. So, what I'd like for you to do is to hold in your mind a question that you would like to have answered by the divine. So, it needs to be a yes or no question. So, we'll go ahead and you hold your question in your mind. And I'm going to just ruffle through the pages and open any random one. And there's your answer for you. Leave behind old solutions. This is exactly the medicine that's recommended for this reading. So again, this is particularly for someone who has been betrayed. You Tauruses out there, if you've been betrayed by a friend, lover, or family member, this reading is for you. You don't have to be stuck in your manifesting. So buzz back, review this reading, and if it resonates with you, add a comment and join this energy. We need to be able to address the things that disappoint us and move forward fearlessly. So have a wonderful day, my dear Taurus, and I'll see you at the next reading.